どうしていなくなってくれないの？やだ、二度と会いたくない。会わないように何度もやり直すの。だって会っちゃったら。
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on, you guessed it, Petals in the Wind, our latest project. And today will actually probably be the last day of us working on Petals in the Wind because I've wrapped most things up with it. I don't really need to do much else with it outside just doing some cleaning work and fixing up the last bit. As you can see, where the winter claims another soul is the title for this, and 4 parts, Petals in the Wind. Now, what did I do last night after? Well, I made this. This is my, quote, art piece, end quote, as you can see. I spent a lot of time doing this. Otherwise known as, it took me like 20 minutes. And this is, the outline is a Japanese schoolgirl doll. that I found. The petals in the background are transparent PNGs I like moved around. You can see like that's one not even really like high quality because I moved it around and just like extended things to make it look cool. And that right there, if I zoom in all the way, that is the hiragana. No, not hiragana. That is the kanji. Yeah, kanji. I think, yeah, that's the kanji for love. L-U-V, love. May put it on her heart. Look at that, man. It's called symbolism, folks. And we're very good at that here. So, what else have we been working on? So, I went through and I added images of things, which was surprisingly difficult to find. Most of these are open source. I mean, they're ancient pictures of, as you can kind of see, this is a Japanese school. The characters for summer, winter, spring, and autumn, as well as seasonal changes. Right down here, I know, really cool. The main character, and we have like the most stereotypical, apparently, 1930s anime grill. So remember, even back in the day, Japan wanted to be anime, and I'm okay with that. Give me 1 second. I'm getting, of course, when I start getting text messages because that's how things go. Failings of body and mind. It's okay. Yeah, didn't add anything there. Didn't have enough room. Added this, yes, in case you're wondering. These are just schoolgirls learning to aim rifles. So welcome to Japanese ultranationalism. And then we had this very detailed picture you can see here that I did in paint.net. I am very good at my job, and I am not a graphic design is my passion. And tonight we are drinking black currant tea with a little bit of apple whiskey. So, this is the section we're going to be working on today, reaching the desired ending. Or let's call it something suitably dramatic. Whispered. Sharpened knives. Characters' main situation presented. The players are free to do as they wish to influence, maneuver, and plot to reach their desired ending, but how do the players and characters influence the ensemble and capital E ensemble and the main character? Question mark. Something's in my eye. God. Characters have 3 methods of gaining plot power and introducing others. Plots, duels, and influence. Plots. A plot is when a number of characters attempt to pool their plot power together to make an event occur. This often requires a large amount of plot power that a single character or a small set of characters can achieve without assistance. Plotting, a character will need to make up compromises with other members of the ensemble, cutting deals with enemies, or even introducing entirely new characters to the fold. This does not mean, however, they'll need to spend their own plot power to begin into the web. Alright. Okay, so we'll know. Yeah, obviously, these examples are not good, so distracting another member of the ensemble. Actually, isolating. Orchestrating. A gaslighting campaign on another member of the ensemble. preparing and launching a full-on campaign of rhetoric against another member of the ensemble. Go on, Bard. Okay, actually, let's see. Larger plots require more members. More members of the conspiracy obviously means more individuals fully willing, able to betray the cause. Also requires certain members of the ensemble to be a part of it. The character cannot poison another's food. Actually, so a character cannot plant evidence in the teacher's lounge without access to the teacher's lounge through a dedicated student or the teacher themselves. Give me a moment, everyone. I'm getting a phone call. Hi, I'm back. So, hello, it's Chico. Welcome back to the stream. Of course, it is the final stream of this nightmare. So, this is Petals in the Wind, a game about being gay for Yuri Jam 2020. And one of the things I wanted to do is I used a old system of mine, put Morons with Pedigrees, which the entire idea is that you are a bunch of retarded aristocrats in the 18th century, and I said, hey, let's adapt this to make it a, let's scroll all the way up here, a shoujo josei role-playing in the Imperial Showa era. So one of the things that I need to do is get the plot system working, because pretty much you're the most important, yeah, Yuri drama at its finest. The most important currency in this system is influence, and how far and what your plot importance is pretty much dictates a lot of different things. If you have a lot of plot importance, that means you have a lot more room to maneuver over someone who doesn't, because you're just more important to the story. The upside of this is that you're more important, and that you have a lot more room to maneuver, and you have a lot more ability to bet things against other people. You can bully people. The problem is you're more important. Therefore, everyone wants to take you down a peg, because they don't want you to reach your desired ending, usually. Because there's always mutual exclusivity. So, as we see here, the plot system, the entire idea behind that is that you have to get a group of people together to orchestrate a plot, and then the plot is starting to execute itself. So, petty plots are incredibly small and usually only require maybe 2-3 people to really successfully pull off. While decisive plots, these are game changers. These are things that change the entire nature of what's going on. And this is like the episode 6 twist. And on average, a character, if you're very close to the main character, you have 5 plot power. However, on average, you're going to have about 3. So you understand how big a conspiracy this is going to be to get something this large. You need so many actors and facets in this. This is a major plot point. So let's see, betray the cause. So this is my character cannot plant evidence in the teacher's lounge without access to the teacher's lounge to direct the kid or teacher themselves. Larger plots may engage with entire cliques. Our chunk of resources dedicated to keeping them in line or assisting in the endeavor. When a plot has enough plot power to be enacted, all characters inside of the plot invest one of their plot power into it. From there, the characters must move forward with the plot or lose the investment. Success of the plot will mean the characters receive their plot power back, as well as having the main goal succeed. If the characters fail during this time, they permanently lose the plot power and the plan unravels. Now, what that means is you get a bunch of people together who equal 25, for example. Everyone dedicates a point of their plot power in, which can be very risky. For some people who are very far away from the plot, who aren't really important, because if it fails, they're gone, because they have 0 plot power. They have no influence anymore. They are just not important. So people with, or if you not have a lot, it's very risky to risk that. So you kind of are, it's that back and forth, like, do I really want to risk that, or do I want to unravel the plot personally and get my plot power back selfishly? And actually what I should do. If a member or members of the plot sabotage it, they receive their plot power back. In addition to one additional plot power. Sabotaging a plot does fail the plot, however. This fail the plot. And if the saboteurs are not careful, they may find themselves on the wrong end of the next one. Duels are going to need to get changed. Because again, this is 18th century, so dueling was very common. Unfortunately, being 1930s Japan, pistols drawn isn't exactly a sane and rational thing, to do. God, I don't even think you could own a gun in 1930s Japan. If you were a woman, anyway. Well, most common idea behind duel. Alright, so guess what time it is, folks? It's our best friend, the Notepad document. Well, most common. Edition is a duel of wits, resources, influence, and power. Power between members of the ensemble against one another to secure influence or to secure their place or reduce another's. Let's see. Oh, nope, please. Dang it. When a competition is called, we'll decide on what the competition will actually be and what is being betted. Some competitions are dangerous affair. Or talks, choices, or simply fighting one another for superiority. Am I saying that you should totally engage in catfights in this game? Yes, I am encouraging you to engage in catfights. Why? Because that's how you get the big plot power. When you go up to your gal pal Shinobu and beat the shit out of her to assert dominance, you know you're doing something right. Games. Oh, Llama Lana. Oh, thank you, Nomadicus, for following. Welcome to the crew, otherwise known as me drinking myself into an early grave because I'm an alcoholic. Oh, the slap battle. Yeah, no, that's, again, doing God's work, yep. And it's, now mind you, not every fight's going to be like this, but a competition is fundamentally, we are looking at one another and we're saying we're gonna go against each other. We need to do this. Let's see. For example, two characters, actually we'll use that. Two characters have had enough of one another. Two characters have had enough with one another, and have the a simple duel of slapping one another in a method of schoolgirl combat. Whoever spends the most plot power. Here's the thing. I know someone in my apartment's cooking something. That shit carries. Oh, God. Let's see. Whoever spends the most plot power wins the duel. What's being bet is the plot power itself, as well as the egos of both characters, reducing it would be, if we're looking at purely reducing if we're looking at pure egos, it'd be spring, probably. Yeah, spring. Reducing the user's spring by the difference in power spent. Alternatively, two characters may begin their debate on what's the best in life. May begin the debate on who should go out with the main character first. Rolling opposed, it would be, or just simply debating one another, it would probably be spring again. Yeah, it'd probably be spring again, wouldn't it? No. Yeah, it'd be summer. Rolling opposed summer. Rolling opposed summer checks to see who goes first. Characters will always have to bet something about. Wily individuals will bet what they can lose, while others will gamble everything for a chance of victory. There we go. Hmm. Well, everything for chance of victory. However, there's consequences even with victory. So take the battles. One can win. Make sure that no one, take the one battles can win. Now, why is this important? Why did I put this little section right there? So take the battle, one can win. Because again, the idea is that characters are important to the main character, and by the main character, you always have to worry about her gauges, or three, I should say, 3 gauges of heart, expectations, and shine. Yeah, if you're fighting over her, obviously, possibly her heart's going to start falling. She's going to start falling. She's going to stop falling in love with you, people, because you're all kind of bitches. Or she might, her shine might be reduced because she's not as happy anymore. This isn't fun anymore. This is people just getting angry at one another. And when people get angry at one another, nobody wins. All right, now time for the big part. Yeah, this is influence. Influence is a chonky boy. So, the members of the ensemble, a band of fools and socialites. Schoolgirls and socialites able to bend and twist each other around their fingers. At any time, a character may choose to attempt to influence another character, trying to either add a relationship, change a relationship, change a relationship, or remove a relationship from another character. And attempting to influence and have to see the connection. Okay, so we're gonna have to change this section up a little bit. We got a ping somewhere. Let's laugh sadly at Storm Forger here, who's actually thinking people listen. Let's see, members of the okay, so but we also have to worry about the other little new mechanic I added, which was detailed relationships 1 to 5. All right, so we're going to be doing with things with 1 to 5. That means we're probably going to have to rewrite this entire section. Fuck me. All right, so members of the school may be able to twist and okay, attempting to influence now. We'll have to see what the connection. In the first relationship, you'll have to spend plot power equal to the steps away the character is from being influenced. Using the above example of 5-1 to influence 6. Add a relationship with them, they would have to spend 2 plot power, 4 to 6. 5-1 to add a relationship with 4 and 1. They would need to spend 3 plot power, 3 to 1. So they would need to spend 4 plot power. This 4 is 1 away. 4 plus 3 to 2 to 1. So 3 plus 1. Yeah. No. It's been 3. This is also. Strength of the relationship will always start at 1. Only natural conversation and building will increase a relationship naturally. However, if a character wishes to influence the speed of this natural conversation. They may spend plot power equal to the next step. The relationship to encourage it to increase. So select that. We're going to do insert footnote. And what does this mean? So if two characters have a relationship of one, the influencer would have to spend 2 plot power. Spend 2 plot power to have the chance of having these two increase the relationship. Between two characters, they'll spend 10 minus character's relationship and plot power to attempt such feat. Where did I get this math from? Okay, so let's see. If a character... Actually... we kind of address it up here. Strength of relationship will only start at 1, but what we can do is we can add a second one. Second note here. If a character wishes to reduce a relationship, same thing must occur, but spending 5 minus, no, it would be 10 minus, no. How's the math? What's the math supposed to be here? I can see it. So let's see. If I want to reduce 5 to 4, I would be having to... Okay. But spending power equal to the current value plus the desired, the next rank down, and then we put a footnote right here to explain what the hell that means. So if a character has a relationship of 3, then to reduce it to 2, they would need to spend 5 plot power. 3 plus 2 equal 5 to attempt it. It's much harder to reduce relationships than it is to gain relationships. But again, you can only have a certain number of relationships. But as clarified earlier, you can only have a certain amount of relationships. You can only have 10 certain amount of relationships, which I should rank it down. If the character has an excess of relationships, it is the cost is reduced by half. So it would only be half rounding down. There we go. So you can potentially be very little, but the idea is that you naturally want to reduce everything very quickly. But if the character is in excess, then it would be 5. It'd be 5 divided by 2 equals 2 equals 2 plot power. It would be 2 plot power. Half of 5 rounded down. However, two siblings will remain siblings regardless of the situation, but two siblings who hate each other may come around to actually liking one another easier. Two lovers will always find it difficult without having evidence to break off with one another. Best friends will rarely separate. That to be an inciting factor to change the relationship. No relationship from the character they missed 6 and 5. They must have been 5 plus steps away plus intensity of relationship. Plot power to attempt such a feat if all of the relationships of them as a member of the ensemble possesses are severed, willingly or not, they are removed from play until they form another relationship. But 6-1 of the severed 1 and 2's relationship, they would need to expend 6 plot power, 5 plus 1. Let's see, 5 plus 1, 62. Yeah. Character's relation not severed if their connection murder, killed, or a dead character remains when unable to be successfully forgotten. What I should put is actually I'm gonna put a big side note here I've been meaning to put down. Side note. Non-present characters. During the 1930s, Japan was seeing an exponential growth in its holdings across the Pacific. As time marched on, the Japanese war machine was sending more and more those qualified to the front to guard the empire. There will be characters who are not present or leave partway through the story to serve their duty to the emperor. These non-present characters still can send letters to influence others and be a significant force in changing personality and decisions of the characters. For example, a main character's brother may send constant updates and support her endeavors with her classmates, while another character's betrothed is sending their letters to remind them of their affection. Keep these characters in mind, and remember. Actually, what I should say, Second Sino-Japanese War. What were the casualties? Remember, almost. Remember, almost. Remember, almost 2.5 to 5 million Japanese men will come home broken, in a coffin, or in giblets. There is a good chance. There's a good chance. One of their non-present characters will be among them. Oh, there's Mao. Nirahito. Oh God. There's Tojo. Let me just. Yeah. Am I saying that you as a storyteller should explicitly keep a tally on those characters who will die overseas? Yes. Because shit doesn't get easier in this in this wonderful little world of 1930s Japan. Because fun fact, this is only a few years before before the U.S. decides to drop some sons on these. Oh wait, well, I gotta remember, Tokyo firebombing. Ah yes, 44 to 45. Yeah, we can't forget about all the the firebombing, that little thing. So yeah, keep those little factoids in mind. And then we'll put a picture right there, and the growth and loss of plot power. Changing seasons, changing people. This case is going to change with an important story. Good at the beginning of a cinematic plot by depending on where they stand with the main character, but this really being part of a plot, being part of a successful plot power. Just on the narrative. Okay. Petals in the Wind. It's a game about love. And how we, as a society, sometimes dislike those who fall in love with the wrong people. There will be points where the characters make choices, say things, reacts in a fit of passion to ruin everything for everyone. People get hurt, love blooms, chaos reigns among the quiet academy life. Among the quiet academy life. That's fine. Encouraged, even. These mechanics are ultimately there for you to tell the story in an interesting manner, and to allow characters to make choices with mechanical backing. To simplify this point, everything can be done by the characters in using plot power or just role-playing it out. Encourage people to embrace their new identities, their new identity as a Japanese schoolgirl in 1930s Japan. Character with more plot powers, more pieces, more time to think. Generally, more. No exterior, no problems, no mind control. Just petals in the wind. There's petals in the wind's fate and passion. See, I put the name in there. I'm big think. I actually debated on putting it in kanji. Kanji would probably be the easiest, but you could probably do it in this hiragana, even though by sheer technicality, if I wanted to do this more legit, I would have to use katakana, because I have a disgusting. Look at the, this is filthy Gaijin. Yeah, no, post it if you feel like it. Which even allows Japanese characters, because I know sometimes they don't. The name actually came from, amusingly enough, I don't know if you've heard of it, anyone's heard of this, but there was some guy's master's. Yeah, that actually works pretty good. I might put that in. It's actually this name came from a guy's master's thesis on that was called something like Petals in Wind or something, and it was about Yuri and about some of the intricacies of Japanese literature depicting gay relationships. And I actually read that thesis. It's not a short thesis. It's a big fucking thing. It's like a legit master's thesis. And I know the guy who did it actually did. He defended it, and it's a thing. I wonder if I can find it. What's the name of the Yuri thesis? Yuri genre master's thesis. I can't find it. Yeah, I know. If you want to go down a rabbit hole. How many hundreds of pages? No, the Morons with Pedigree, the games that this was actually based on, is incredibly short. It's only 23. This is after expanding things quite a bit. Only 23 pages. I did it. Hello, phone. The actual base game that it's based on is only, it's not much. How big are you? Yeah, not even 18 pages, not even 3,900 words. We're a little over, we're 5,800 on this, so I'm still gonna have to add a little bit of things. Reply. That's it, really. More room to maneuver influence. Get their shiggy on. Get their shiggy on with. Oh, the thesis, I mean. I think it was 110, 120. Like, it was a big fucking thesis. For considering it was literally about, quite literally, girls love media in fucking Japan. Like, it was like, wait, what? I mean, hell, I've seen some theses again that are baffling to me. One I knew back in college, one guy I worked with a little bit. He did his thesis on furries and the furry fandom. And I read that thesis, and it was incredibly fascinating. It was mostly just on like how these people function and like what, like their community that they build with each other. It was very interesting, very, well, I'll use the word comprehensive, in the worst way possible. So, let's see. We're doing pretty alright. Don't do this to me. Don't be tired now. Play nicely. So if you don't want to play nicely, we're going to not play. Oh God. Do that. Do subtitle. Merriweather. Shrink you down to 10. Paste without formatting. Actually. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's increase the size a little bit. Can I get the 15? Yes, I can get the 15. Boom. Yeah, no, the also, fuck you. I hate that. No, his thing, I read it. That was a chunky fucking thesis. I remember that. It was mostly on like the sub-factions, the subgroups, the relationships between the groups, you know, how these things form, where they form, and, you know, the kind of the history and the community in general. It was really interesting. That actually began, reading that began kind of my deep dive exploration into furries in general, which I regret doing. Fun fact, kids. Don't go deep into the furry fandom. You find that I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Sea beams glittering off this. It's disturbing. It starts pretty bad, but then it just manages to get worse. And there's a reason I don't trust furries at all. Even though your boy Notepad here actually worked at a furry convention. Yeah, fun fact, kids. I think that's good. I think things look pretty good here. It's not flawless, but I think it works. I'm going to do probably just some cleaning after stream just to make sure and add all the images that I need to get added. From there, I can make it a PDF and submit it. And then I'll be done with the Yuri Jam 2020. Yeah, you've seen the horror. You know the horror. It never starts easy, does it? Well, I do encourage all my artist friends that if you ever want to make sick dodge, just draw furry porn. Seriously, that's how you make some big bucks. I don't advocate for the lifestyle, I just advocate for the money these guys apparently have. But with that, I believe I'm just gonna shrink you down just to smoke. Golly gee willikers. Okay, you're not supposed to be down there. Okay, so preface. Yeah, we need to fix this. Okay, there we go. Going to put you right there. Yep, put you right there. And then we're going to do open text. By Notepad Anon. By Notepad Anon. I blame. Man. Yeah. Honestly, if you do, you don't. No, this was mainly for an incredibly selfish reason. And the reasons why it's incredibly selfish is because I want something out of Yuri Game Jam 2020. I want something. And I want to look at it, and I want to make a video on it. Because again, I have absolutely no sense of right or wrong. Half of me wants to reduce that, the other half of me doesn't. But what we do, if we go here. So here is good old Yuri Jam 2020. As you see right here, there are currently 2 projects submitted. I want to look at this. Quiet Life. Now you may be wondering, Notepad, why do you want to look at the Quiet Life? Why would you want to do that? That sounds silly. That sounds very bad and very addictive. But don't worry. People of culture are people of culture. Now you may be wondering, why do I want to look at this game outside of it costing $4? Because the first thing I saw with this game was this. I can actually even close this. That is the first thing I saw with this game. And it immediately triggered my Vietnam flashbacks when I saw people and I started hearing furries in the trees, man. And my curiosity was piqued. And my curiosity is a very bad thing. And I should not. I should not be the one to investigate games like this. But my curiosity is a very bad thing. It's a fucking card game? Oh. The mystery thickens. Yeah, no, here you go. This is your gay nuns. This is your gay nuns. You will now deal with it. Yeah, no, I saw this, and I was immediately... I was in. You may be wondering, what do you mean by in? I'm in that I must figure out more about this. I needed to figure out more. So I decided to write an entire game. Well, not really write an entire game, but definitely look around. Just so I can get my hands on a copy. That's all I want. I just want a hands on my copy. Just so, once I get my hands on my copy, guess who's gonna be doing another video? Have no fear, lads. Your boy Notepad's gonna be taking a look at a game. And just because this is a fascinating little thing that I'm curious to see about. Mostly because I don't know why everyone's doing nuns now. Everyone is nuns. Everything is nuns. Am I saying they stole from me? No. I'm just saying that it was my idea first. I've been having gay nun thoughts for a long time, but here we are. And I will find more information. Oh no, not playtest, my friend. I don't playtest these games. I'd go on deep dives. I chop these things to bits to try to find out my information that I want to know. Also, it appears that we have 3 viewers. Hello, viewers. I don't know if you're normal, you're regulars or not. Welcome aboard. My name is Notepad. We also, unfortunately, completely finished the game I was working on. So, right now we're just looking at gay nuns doing gay nun things. Here's also the other entry. I actually saw them working on this in the progress because I'm in a Discord with them. Let's see, automatically who is best girl. Oof. Nope. No. 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 Not gonna lie, probably have a drink with. But not exactly. Not in it. But yeah, I actually saw them working on this. This was actually pretty cool. To be honest, I can kind of see where they reuse some assets there. But we're not going to question it now, are we? Why? Because we are a good person. Oh, sequel to Blooming Nightshade. What's Blooming Nightshade? Oh, it's a sequel. With the exact same characters. Wait a second. Shiori Goto. Shiori Goto, what happened here? My God. Oh. Oh, it's you. Hi. This is my friend, Mecha Girl. This is my friend I make fun of quite a bit, because he's a very good friend of mine, and he could take it like a champ. Okay, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Okay, at least they kind of changed things there. Alright. Alright. Okay, well, actually no, you didn't change the look at all. You didn't change the look at all. You didn't change the poses at all. Why didn't you change? Let's see. Oh, hello, lubed koala. Don't worry. Don't hate the Russians too much. But yeah, well, we're not going to comment over the fact that nothing has changed in this game. But because I'm a nice soul who doesn't comment on things like that. Right, everyone? Right. I'm a nice person. We don't talk about things like that. But we are done with Petals in the Wind. Still have to make some pretty things and make things nice looking. Put the word functional here just so when we type everything out, it'll be great and wonderful. Goodbye, morons with pedigrees. And now we get to say things Notepad Anon wants to do. I don't hate you, Father Russia. I think you are a very good friend of mine. I just make fun of you actively because of your very hot takes. But don't worry. Still one of my closest friends. I should actually make you a mod, just because I trust you that much. Let's see. What do I want? We're done with Saga. Alright. So, current schedule, Petals in the Wind is done. Now we get to work on... Oh god, now we get to work on Project Summoner. Oh, Christ. Alright, so... Since I have some bodies here, I may as well start rambling on incoherently. No one else can bully him. Only I can bully him. And don't worry. Our homoerotic tendencies are a perfect fit, don't worry. See, this is what happens if you allow me to speak. This is... Oh, I already did that. No, Project Summoner, I asked myself a long time ago when I was working on, it was, Table Talk Online. I asked myself, hey, why isn't there any good system that does summoning well? And I'm like, where's a good system that does summoning? And I could not find a good one that does summoning at all. The only one that kind of came close to it was Anima, but Anima has so much crunch to it that you can bite your way through it and, you know, come out the other side. So I said, you know what, screw it, let's not do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. So I kind of put myself up to the challenge of like, okay, let's write this, and it has now somewhat evolved. You can kind of see here. Let me zoom in. Somewhat resolved to make my own Mon game. And what do I mean by Mon? Is I'm effectively going to have to write a Notepad Pokemon game, which is going to be a pain in my fucking ass. I know, I ain't gonna lie with that one there, Chief. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a real fun adventure of me trying not to kill myself, because it is going to be such a nightmare to run. Yeah, no, and it was one of those weird games. Really crunchy. And there's so much in it. Everyone, it does what it does best, and there's one of those very few games where I can actively say like no other game is quite as no game can do anima as good as anima can. But Summoner, I've been debating on how to do it. Generally speaking, I know how to do it. I know what to do. It's just, let's do it. And the thing is, I need an anchor for this game. I need something to base everything around. If I don't have that thing to base it around it's not going to work. That's my core issue right there with Summoner. I've had a few people pitch me ideas, but it's amusing because either they've already been done before, or it's something that is so either A, obscure, or B, kind of weird to handle that it's like, why would I even bother doing that? That sounds completely dumb. So, one of them was just like, let's make a Digimon game. And there's already a Digimon game. I'm like, okay, that's that. Let's make a Pokemon game. Like, there's already like 9 fucking Pokemon games. And I actually found, here, let me bring up Magimonsters. Yeah, here's Magimonsters, which, I kind of adore. Just because it's exactly what I think a game called Magimonsters is going to be. Kind of like this glorious knockoff Pokemon. So that's the pièce de résistance. Outside of that, I've been debating on, it looks like, what themes do I want to do? What ideas do I want? How do I want to handle them? And that's kind of my core issue with Summoner, is that there's a lot of ideas and a lot of things, but nothing really jumps out and says, here I am. And what I'm afraid of is that I'm going to run into a Project Arrow situation, in which I desperately struggle to find something that makes sense, and I just don't, because God is dead, and I am creatively bankrupt. So, going to be hunting around, probably seeing what I can find in regards to the Wonderfeld of budget Pokemon games. I would do a Gene Forge game if I knew another dev wasn't doing a Gene Forge game. I don't know how far that's coming along or if he's even started it, but I don't want to kind of intrude on someone else's territory. Because that's kind of a dick move. Dragon Seeds. Let's see. Not gonna lie, kind of hesitant, but don't worry. Wow, this is gonna be really obscure. Yep, a PS1 game. Dragon Seeds. Clone a dragon and trains to fight. Yeah, okay, good start. $28 out of 40. All right. So yeah, no, it's mostly a game of right now hunting and trying to find that perfect thing to really take a bite out of. But what I will do is most likely I'll get things sorted out. Let's see, tomorrow's gonna be Monday, so I'm gonna aim for next Tuesday, to do my kind of a follow-up stream and get the idea of everything. Yeah, good night. Good night, Russia. Have a nice night. Get some sleep. I'll end up talking to you probably tomorrow, and we'll have our constant debates about the finer points of political theory. Alright. Well, I'm going to head off for the night as well, because I'm getting tired as I drank a lot of whiskey. Godspeed, good luck, everyone. Hopefully I'll have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will catch you on the flip side. Yeet!